Hey everyone, welcome back to yet another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the 8 generals that you'll face throughout Mercenary's Wish. The 8 generals are basically bad guys in the game. They're not all morally bad, they're just the antagonists of the game. They all work for the Andolian army, which is a opposing warring region of the game. The first general is Duna. He is a warrior. You fight him in a sand dune. You basically fight him in a beachside kind of area, and he lends you his ship afterwards to explore the rest of the region out of honor, as he's a very honorable character. But he's also a very strong warrior, so that lends him to have a lot of good battle tactics and just an interesting battle overall. The next one we have is Tamara. Now, without going into some spoilers, she actually is connected to one of the main characters that I mentioned in the previous video. She's also the Beast Tamer General, basically a Pegasus Knight. Tamara is also quite speedy in combat, so watch out for that. The next general is Killian. He's the Sniper General of Endor. He's also quite fast like Tamara, but he has a lot more skill than most units that you'll come up against. Also, he's surprisingly strong for being an archer, and along with that, a fair bit of bulk. He has a lot of versatility in his weapons, such as having his longbow or his brave bow that will do a lot of damage if you get hit by it, as it allows him to shoot 4 times. The next general is Lloyd. Lloyd is a very strong mage, as he is, well, the mage general, but personality-wise, he's also quite defiant. Unlike most of the other generals, he doesn't really care for authority. Along with that, he has a lot of versatility in the spells he can use, having fire, thunder, and freeze. He's also quite strong magically with a lot of resistance, so that's something to watch out for. The way to go may be physical attackers, though you gotta watch out for his strong magic attacks. The next general is Atlas. You fight Atlas directly after the chapter against Lloyd. Atlas is almost the exact opposite of Lloyd, funnily enough. Very strong, very physically defensive, but not so much resistance, right? But the thing he does have up on Lloyd is he has 2 types of weapons he can wield. He can use axes and lances, so you have to watch out for that, as lances are good against swords, while axes are good against lances. So that versatility he's able to utilize is quite powerful. He's also really bulky at a outstanding 45 HP. Chuck that in with the defense, and it'll be quite a hard wall to break down. The next general is Renas. He's the hero general. He's quite a strong warrior and very much an all-rounder. He very much focuses on strength, as he has a whopping 19 strength, which is quite high for this state in the game. Though you can very much utilize the fact that he doesn't have the best resistance to your advantage. He also wields swords and axes, so like Atlas, you gotta watch out for that versatility. The next general we have is Dallin. He's probably the most loyal of all the generals, as a neat little fun fact. He's also the Paladin general. He mainly uses swords and lances, so we kind of complete that trifecta actually, as Atlas uses lances and axes, Renas uses swords and axes, and then finally Dallin uses swords and lances. So, unlike the other 2, he's, I would argue, a bit more well-rounded. Less speed, less skill, but a fair bit of strength, a good chunk of defense, but he actually has a decent resistance. So with him, you might want to lean on that resistance a little more, though you gotta watch out, as he is quite strong. So you might want to send in a fast unit to kind of give him that curveball, throw him off a bit, and get the win that way. Though you do gotta watch out, as he is very, very bulky, with a staggering 49 HP. So watch out for that. Use that speed on some of your units against him, and you should be able to get out a victory. The last general does not have a name, for he is the Vanguard. Now, a fun thing with this game is the Vanguard chases you throughout some of the chapters. He's very strong and has the stats you see here throughout the early game, so you gotta run away from him. So you fight him last, actually, as kind of a show-off point of like, wow, you've gotten this strong. So he's very strong, very bulky, 50 HP, 23 strength, actually really good resistance at 13, He has his sword that has both 1 and 2 range, and it's very powerful. You gotta make sure you send a lot of units at him, because he's not going down without a fight. Anyways, yeah, that's all 8 generals of Endul. Those are some of the main antagonists you will face throughout Mercenary's Wish. Good news, I'm now on chapter 16, so we're making some good, steady progress. One other thing, I'm going on vacation for the next bit, so the next devlog that would usually come out in the next 2 weeks or so won't be occurring. I'll probably be delaying it for the weeks following. Though, when I get back from my vacation, I'm going to be putting all my effort into just finishing Mercenary's Wish, making sure it's as polished as possible. So, I make this promise to you guys. When the next devlog for Mercenary's Wish comes out, it'll be fully done or near completion. Like in the last few chapters or so, and I'm just polishing it up. That's about it for this devlog. I've been Fire. See ya.